Happy belated Halloween. So you have a bunch of candy now, you don't know what to do with it. Your kids are going to want to keep eating it, but we all know there's things in there they shouldn't be eating and things that we're trying to avoid to stay optimal. What are those? High amounts of sugar, high fructose corn syrup, trans fats. We know to avoid those. But what if there's something even more insidious, something more spooky that you're eating every day that's causing chronic inflammation and driving long-term illnesses? Well, there are. So what are some of those things? Synthetic and artificial sweeteners. People are aware of these. Erythritol, monk fruit, stevia. These change the microbiome of the gut, impacting total overall health. So you want to attempt to avoid those as much as possible. Food dyes like yellow 5, 6, and red 40, which have been banned in European countries as well as recently in California. And you may have read about candies like Skittles being forced to change their ingredients. So watch out for those. Artificial flavors, what are those? They are synthetic additives that are meant to mimic the taste of regular ingredients in food. It also tricks the brain, so impacting the body negatively by increasing chronic systemic inflammation. And emulsifiers in food, which also impact the gut negatively, causing chronic systemic inflammation. All of these things leading to conditions that you don't want to be dealing with. The emulsifiers are simply additives that help stabilize other liquids when they're combined together, and you'll get the gooey flavoring and everything else with this. But all of these, especially combined together, create a perfect storm for your little ones that are going to impact behavior, immune health, inflammatory markers, joint pain. The list goes on and on. So what can we do for our children this Halloween instead? There are a bunch of foods out there, and I don't have a list for you right now, but that don't use preservatives, additives, emulsifiers, or anything along those lines. And if you find those, that's excellent. Have those sparingly. But making your own candy at home for your children is probably the best route because you can control everything that goes into it. And we happen to have our own personal recipe for Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, which we find to be excellent and easy to make. All you need is a double boiler to melt down chocolate. You also need a muffin tin, and from there, all you need is a fridge. So what you do is you utilize the double boiler with a little bit of coconut oil to help emulsify everything. There's that word again, but in this sense, you're looking for chocolate and coconut oil that hasn't been processed, doesn't have emulsifiers, additives, or anything else. From there, you put a small layer of that chocolate into the muffin tin, pop it into the freezer for 5 minutes, take it out, add some peanut butter or almond butter, whichever you choose. And again, make sure no emulsifiers, additives, preservatives, colorings, etc. And then put another layer of that chocolate on there, pop it back in the freezer, and in about 10 minutes total, you will have your own set of Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, and you will know that it doesn't have any of these problems with it. I can't tell you how to make Skittles right now, but I'll work on it. So enjoy Halloween. Watch what your kids eat and know that in the future, you want to be avoiding all of these things in food that maybe you are not aware of, and we'll talk about them more in the future. Happy Halloween.